When you go online and check shortage occupations list of any country in the world, you would find that one skill is always on that list. A lot of high paying jobs you can get in Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, in Europe, there's always one skill that always makes the list. And this is why I've decided to bring someone who can tell you how to do it. You don't need a degree, no IELTS limitation, no age limitation. All you need to do is have sense. This video is for you. Hello folks, this is your one and only Waka Doctor. Always bring you the best gist when it comes to travel and migration. You know how we do it on this channel. All we do is share information that has to do with living, working, moving abroad. So long as it has to do with this abroad life, this is where you want to be. If this is the first time of you coming across my channel, I want to say make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you subscribe, give it a thumbs up, so that you would always get more and more. It encourages me as well. For those who send videos and testimonials and comments saying how well my videos have been helping them, I want to say thank you very much as well. Two quick things that I like to pass across in all my videos. Number one, I'm not on Telegram and I'm not on WhatsApp. If you do find anybody in the comment section saying, oh, send us a message on Telegram or WhatsApp, it is not me. It is not Waka Waka Doctor. The only way to reach Waka Waka Doctor is in the description box of this video. Number two is that a while ago, I wrote a book titled Move Abroad by Force. The idea behind this book is to be able to help you move abroad on your own without needing the help of any agent. If you want to acquire this cheap book, you can also do that by checking the description box of this video and access the book. All right, let's talk about the main gist of the day. Now, like I said, a lot of people always text me, Waka Waka Doctor, we want to move abroad. Waka Waka Doctor, we need jobs abroad. But look, when people want to hire you from abroad, they're not hiring you because you know how to cut hair. They're not hiring you because you know how to do makeup. They're not hiring you because you know how to cook. They are hiring you because you've got a skill that is in demand, a skill that would improve them, a skill that would improve the economy, a skill that would improve the country. That is why I tell people to acquire skills like tech, like healthcare, blue collar skills even, okay, that are very important. Now, this video is done to help you, teach you, give you a roadmap of how you can actually transition or acquire one of these skills. As always, I've brought someone who has much more expertise than I have, someone who has done it, someone who has the skills, someone who was a mechanical engineer but found a way to transition and now works for one of the top companies in the world. It's better to hear it from the horse's mouth. So let me give her the opportunity to introduce herself. Again, as always, beautiful people that come on my channel. Beautiful people. So let her introduce herself. Hello, how are you? Thank you very much for joining in. Do you want to introduce yourself to my community?
Hi everyone, I'm really excited to be here today. My name is Gbemisola Ojo and I'm a Cloud DevOps professional. I'm sure you're wondering what that is, so don't worry, I'll explain in the course of this conversation. I have a 9 to 5. I work in consulting, one of the big four consulting firms globally. And I also run a training business where I help people to transition from non-tech backgrounds into cloud DevOps. I'm based in the United Kingdom, and that's it about me.
Fantastic, fantastic. You have a 9 to 5 and you work for one of the top four companies. That means that I'll be sending you my bank account so that you can deposit some money into it. You work for the top four companies in the world. All right, let's get into the gist of the day. I've got some questions that I want to ask you about. I've been hearing a lot about this whole cloud. How is it that cloud is one of the most high demand, jobs we have around there? How does that work? Can you talk to us about it?
Okay, so to start with, let me tell you what cloud is all about, and then I would explain why it's in so much demand. The whole concept of cloud computing is just delivering computing services over the internet. I know it sounds like a lot of jargon, but let me break it down. If you have ever used Gmail or Google Drive, right, you've accessed cloud computing. Now, think about it. If you have a picture saved on your laptop or a movie saved on your laptop, it takes up some space, right? But then by the time you upload that file to a Google Drive, even if you delete it from your laptop, the file is still on Google Drive. Now, for you to access that file, all you need is internet access and your login details. That is simply what cloud computing is. Now, think about it in the sense of computer or in terms of servers, right? That's what I mean by computing resources. So the drive towards cloud computing is that we don't want organizations to manage their servers by themselves. We don't want them to have physical servers that they work with to store all their data. We want them to just use public cloud providers. Now, these public cloud providers are the ones that provide the computing services for them. So companies no longer manage their own, physical servers, physical data centers, and all of that for many reasons, which I'll talk about later. So all they do is they access what they need, the computing resources that they need from a major cloud provider. So it's a pay-as-you-go service. So the same way you don't necessarily need to store all your pictures on your laptop anymore, taking up space, right? All you need to do is to upload it to Google Drive. And every time you have access to internet, you have access to your documents. Like, it's always there. It's always available. Nothing will go wrong as long as you have internet access. That's how it is for organizations. So we tell organizations that, see, don't have physical servers, right? Just store all your data on the cloud. Every time you need it, it's available. And it is so revolutionary. Like, a lot of organizations bought into this concept, especially during the pandemic, and it's really transformed their businesses.
So is this something like, thank God everybody uses Apple now? Is this something like having Apple
iCloud.
Cloud,
Absolutely.
Dropbox, something like that?
Absolutely. That's it. That's
Wow.
what cloud computing is. So you
Wow.
remember, it's when your storage is becoming a lot, right? They'll be like, okay, instead of you to just your phone is not changing. All you're doing is that you're accessing more space. You don't know where that data is actually stored. It's not stored
We
on your
don't know.
phone.
We
It's
don't know.
stored somewhere.
I don't
Yes.
know.
But it's secure. And every time you need your picture, it is available. So that's the thing. You would always have it, right? Without you taking responsibility for where it's stored. That's exactly what cloud computing is.
So are you saying that people who like you who have skills in this cloud computing, you are responsible for where the data and information is kept? Is that it?
So our responsibility is ensuring that that process is seamless, ensuring that we pick the right configuration on the cloud to store that information. We're not necessarily responsible for keeping that information. We actually have just four major cloud providers globally. We have Amazon Web Services, we have Google Cloud Platform, we have Alibaba Cloud, and we have Microsoft Azure. Those are the major cloud providers. Those are the ones responsible.
Alibaba towards my hey God. Alibaba towards
Yes,
cloud
you choose China. China will always do their own, right? They are the fourth largest, honestly. So we have
Wow.
that's Microsoft Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud, and we have Alibaba as well, and they really serve the Asian continent. So that's it. So they are the ones actually responsible for that data. But as a cloud engineer, you're managing all that configuration. You're making the right decisions. What cloud platform should the organization use? How do we actually store this data in the cloud in the best way to optimize cost and to help the organization drive, their needs? Let me give you another example. Do you know that
Mm.
Netflix is actually built on the cloud? And this is public information. Yes,
Oh.
remember those days when you had lots of movies, right, on your laptop. If you had
Mm.
season movies, you'll be transferring from one hard drive to another. At some
Yes,
point, your
yes,
laptop runs
yes,
out of
yes.
yes. But now with Netflix, you have access to millions of movies. Like, have you ever has it crossed your mind that, oh, Netflix will run out of space? Oh, we've put too much movie on Netflix. It never happens because it's
Mm.
elastic, it's scalable. So Netflix runs on AWS. So Netflix as an organization now has all the time to focus on their core business operation, which is movie production. And then they leave all that computer jargon to AWS to manage. So as a cloud engineer working for Netflix, I'm making the decision about, okay, so how do we want to store our data on AWS? How many storage devices do we need on AWS, right? How do we ensure it's secure? What services on AWS do we want to use to store that data?
Wow, wow, amazing. Now, one thing I've learned is I love to do research, and with respect to moving abroad and getting jobs abroad, one thing I do is that I Google, I check high paying jobs in different countries. People want to move to different countries, UK, Canada, and all the countries you can think of. And when you check high paying jobs, top 10, you will shall find cloud computing somehow.
Absolutely. Yes.
And so that's why I asked for, for me to send my account number to you, because it's a high paying job. So how
Yes.
is it that cloud computing is one of the high paying jobs? And I want you to confirm that it's a high paying job. Don't worry, we're not going to come after you, but we just want to
Yeah.
confirm that it's a high paying job, and it's something migrants, and not just migrants, but anyone who's looking to transition into tech should go for.
Absolutely, it's a high paying career. I'm telling you. And you know the perk? It's not just the fact that you get a very good entry level role, right? And you get good salary. It's the potential. What happens in the next 2 years? I, as a cloud professional, every time I've moved jobs, because every 2 to 3 years, you would always get offers, right? Unless you really want to stay in the same company. Every time I've moved jobs, it's either 50% increase in my salary or even double my salary. This is no exaggeration. Like, this is our life as cloud professionals. It is in high demand because the skills are, they require a lot of critical thinking. The skills that you gain as a cloud engineer, it's not things that can be easily automated. If you're very valuable, you get paid for it. It takes a while to learn cloud computing skills. And once you know it, you know it. When I first moved to the UK, I remember back then, I thought my name was the problem. My name is Gbemisola, and the larger global community, they struggle to call the
Baby
name. Some people
scholar.
say Gbemisola or Gbemisola, all sorts of things, right? I thought that was the reason why I wasn't getting a job. I actually studied mechanical engineering, had a first class in Nigeria, had a distinction in my master's. I was so sure that I'll get a mechanical engineering job, but I didn't get it until I learned cloud computing. And the demand for cloud computing actually increased during the pandemic. Because pre-pandemic, when we go to organization and tell them this is cloud, move your data to the cloud, they were very hesitant. They're like, especially banks, they'll be like, our data is confidential. We don't know where it's being kept and all of that. But when the pandemic hits, right, a lot of organizations couldn't see their data. They couldn't be with their servers. They had to trust. And see, between the pandemic in 2021 and now, I am not exaggerating. Guys, I have had over 300 companies reach out to me on LinkedIn to ask if I want to get a job. I am not joking. In that 3 year period, I actually had to sit down one day and count it. That's why I started Cloudboosta, because I'm like, I can't access all these opportunities alone. The opportunities are there. I confirm that. It is high paying. I confirm that. High paying because it takes a while to learn those skills, right? Machines cannot do it easily. It has to be a human being thinking very critically. Any job that requires high precision, high level of thinking, the same thing in medicine as well. All those
Mhm.
complicated roles in medicine, you find that they pay them more because it's difficult, it's more challenging. But even as much as I'm saying it's difficult, it is possible. That's what we do at Cloudboosta Academy. We literally take people from zero tech experience to cloud computing and they land job opportunities.
That is supposed to be my next question, but what I'm more interested about, and a lot of people will be concerned about, you were a mechanical engineer. You graduated as a mechanical engineer, first class, and you also did a master's, had a distinction. So you are high level, very smart, very intelligent kind of person. So, but you have a lot of people who want this kind of life, but they don't have a degree. They don't have, you, at least you did engineering. Some people,
Mhm.
their brain cannot carry engineering. They are probably just, businessmen and businesswomen, fashion
Mhm.
designers. And you have
Mhm.
others, maybe they studied agriculture, maybe they studied music, maybe they studied business admin. They don't have
Mhm.
that technical know-how. They're not in the sciences, and they want to live this life. They want to earn, high, foreign currency, high financial compensations for what they do. Do they have to
Absolutely.
be this smart to be able to transition? Do they have to
Not
be,
at all.
yeah, do they need all this degree and plenty things to be able to transition? Talk to us about that.
Yeah, we get this question all the time, and I can only start by sharing success stories with you. We have people who have studied English language. They had no background in engineering, no background in anything tech related, and have transitioned. Not only have they transitioned, they've landed high paying jobs and they are doing very well. We have someone called Omolara. She studied English language at university, right? Today she's a cloud engineer. I have people who studied dentistry who have transitioned with us. I have people who studied pharmacy. I love the fact that you mentioned agric. Dorcas, one of our graduates, she literally just finished her program a couple of months ago. Agric economics. She was like, oh, she doesn't like the way her career is going in Nigeria, blah, blah, blah. I told her, come and transition into cloud. She learned cloud computing and now she's gotten a cloud job, a high paying one. And this is global. You don't need a tech background. You don't need to be a genius. We have people that finish with third class. We don't even care about your degree. See, when you come to us at Cloudboosta, all we ask you is, are you really interested in this transition journey? And are you ready to go on that journey? We're going to take you on that journey. We put in everything to ensure our students. That's why we have many success stories, right? So regardless of your background, the answer is yes, you can do it. We don't ask you for what you studied at university. We don't ask you for any degree. In fact, most of my colleagues at work, to tell you the truth, sometime in my career, I'm always saying that I have colleagues that are like children that could have given birth to. I'm not joking. I have 18-year-olds who just finished secondary school because the world has changed. Nobody's necessarily asking you for your degree, especially in tech. You'll find a lot of tech people who, 18-year-olds, they're already working as cloud engineers. So you don't need a background. So imagine you even have a degree, had a third class. Someone that has not even gone to university yet is working as a cloud engineer. So you can do it regardless of your background.
So you can do it. You've heard us say it clearly. You can do it. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you've got. You can do it. My next question to you is, I've been hearing you say this a couple of times, Cloudboosta, Cloudboosta, Cloudboosta. So what is Cloudboosta?
So basically, Cloudboosta Academy is a tech training business I started when I noticed that the demand for cloud professionals was really on the high. Like I said, imagine over 300 organizations reaching out to me alone. I'm like, okay, I can't keep hearing, I can't get a job, and all of that. There must be a way. I have a passion for teaching. I used to be a teacher before I got into cloud computing. Even with my engineering degree, I was teaching. So we started Cloudboosta Academy, and it's just an academy that helps you to transition into cloud computing without any tech background. You don't need any tech background. We take you from zero, literally, to cloud, right? And that's how we structured our training. So I brought together all my colleagues in the industry. We have industry professionals who are practicing cloud professionals. Like, you can check their profiles online, right? These people are cloud engineers and they come to teach you. So we run an 18 weeks bootcamp that takes you from zero to cloud within 18 weeks. Cloud computing and DevOps, right? Takes you on that journey for 18 weeks. We have classes every Saturday. You basically are taught by the best of the best in the industry. And we use the latest technologies in the industry to develop our curriculum. So our curriculum keeps changing. There are different parts of the world where you go to uni and it almost feels like the curriculum is outdated compared to what you're doing in the industry. That's not the case at Cloudboosta. So a lot of heart and passion has gone into ensuring that we have an industry-driven curriculum, where we take people on that journey. They're taught by the best cloud professionals globally, and we're able to achieve that within an 18 weeks bootcamp. That's what we do at Cloudboosta.
Fantastic. How can people reach out to Cloudboosta? How can we find you? Do you have phone numbers, emails, social media accounts?
Absolutely. Cloudboosta, Cloud, and then Boosta. That's the name of Cloudboosta. That's the name on all social media platforms. Now we have a one-day bootcamp coming up, right? And it's a monthly bootcamp. So what would advise people that are interested to do is to just reach us on WhatsApp. We're going to put a link to join a WhatsApp group. Come and speak to us on WhatsApp. Join our one-day bootcamp. So what happens with the one-day bootcamp is that it gives people a taster into what transitioning looks like. So you basically spend a day with us at Cloudboosta. Our curriculum is 80% practical and 20% theory. We don't just do theory because our aim is to ensure that you get a job. We're not just there to impact your knowledge. We want you to get impacted with knowledge, be able to work as a cloud engineer, and then get that job. There's no point of learning something that won't make you money, right? That's my own belief. All that degree that we've done, you have to make money out of it. So we basically give you a lot of practical work to do, right? All through the bootcamp, and then you're able to land your job opportunity. So what this monthly one-day bootcamp does is to give you a taste into what Cloudboosta does, into how our classes run, how we mix a blend of, theoretical teaching sessions with practical, where you actually get to build on the cloud. From your first day in class, you are going to build on the cloud. This is no theory. Like, you literally log into your AWS account and you start building solutions with guided labs. So the one-day bootcamp gives you an opportunity to see what that looks like and then sign up for the major 18 weeks program. So connect with us on WhatsApp. Check us out on every social media platform, Cloudboosta, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is the same name, right? But join us on WhatsApp and then we'll take you on that journey.
I'm going to put the WhatsApp link in the description box of this video, so you do not need to worry about that. Just go to the description box of this video, click on the link, and it takes you directly into the WhatsApp message. Now, my next question, which is probably going to be my last to you, is people like roadmaps. Okay, people like to know step-by-step process from zero to, full adult. So talk to us about someone who wants to transition, no idea how to do this whole AWS and DevOps and cloud system engineering and stuff, and wants to know the step by step. Talk to us through that step by step road. Give us a roadmap how it's going to look like.
Yes.
Talk to us.
So I love that question, right? Everyone needs a roadmap. In order to get into cloud computing, there are two major things I would say you need to do. The first one is that you need to build your technical competency, right? And the second one is you need to get visible, let people know what you can do. In order to build a technical competency, you can't do it alone. You need someone to hold your hands on that journey. If you go to YouTube, I'm sure you can find videos of, zero to cloud DevOps in 10 hours or something. But the question is, are you going to sit down and watch it? Are you going to actually do it without anybody holding your hands and having a strong accountability system? If you get stuck while you're watching that video, is there anyone to help you? This is where a solid bootcamp comes in. Your choice of bootcamp should be affected by, who are the people that are teaching in that bootcamp, right? What are they teaching? How is their curriculum developed? All of these things will form the basis for you to choose the right bootcamp for you that will help you build your technical competency. Building your technical competency means you're working on projects, you're building your portfolio. And the second one is making your work visible. It's not enough for you to have those skills alone. The world needs to know that you can do those things, right? This is where you have to work on your LinkedIn profile. You have to build your CV. You have to, get prepared for getting hired. You need to actually know how to ace your interview. You need to know the buzzwords to use that will get the recruiter to hire you. And that's what we do for you at Cloudboosta. So we don't just teach you the technical skills where you build solutions on the cloud. You basically put it together in your CV as work experience. Not only do we do that, but we get you job ready. We have job readiness sessions where we teach you how to put everything you have learned into your CV. What are the buzzwords you need to use on LinkedIn that will get the recruiter to notice you? There were things I did to my LinkedIn profile that made it attractive that 300 recruiters reached out to me in 3 years, right? So all of those things you need to know. That's how you get visible. All the projects that you work on during the bootcamp, you put it together and then you use that as the basis for your job application. You need to be able to talk about projects you worked on during your job interview. So those are the two major things.
So there you go. You've heard everything about cloud computing and how you can transition. So if you want to be a part of this, don't forget, you can reach out to Cloudboosta on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Cloudboosta. And if you want to join the session where they teach you for free, you can click on the WhatsApp group in the description box of this video and join the group. So do not say Waka Waka Doctor has not helped you, because I have. Till I see you again in another video, another episode. Cheers.